And hello YouTube, this is JS Man Smart, and today we're going to have a brand new video for Gaming with JS, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Guild Wars 2 and what's expected to come. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have seen we've gotten a lot of new people from recent videos that have subscribed, so welcome to the channel. And this video, particularly today, is sort of one that we do every 2 weeks or so. We just talk about what's happening in the game, we talk about some of my opinions, you can share your opinions, what I've been doing in game, and just have a chat in the comment section down below and talk about the state of the game. So like always, if you want to minimize the video and just listen, you can do so. Otherwise, I'll probably have some random footage in the background. Not sure what I'm going to put in the background yet. So first of all, I want to talk about the PvP season. Now, as some of you may know, the PvP season is ending July 11th. So if you still haven't made it to Diamond, Ruby, Legendary, whatever your goal is, you only have like a day to go. By the time Monday comes, it's your last day, and July 12th, we're supposedly be getting a patch. What patch this is, no one knows, and I'll touch on that a little bit later in the video. But let me talk about this PvP season that we're in, the third PvP season. And feel free to tell me I'm wrong, or feel free to tell me I'm stupid in the comment section below, or state your own opinion. I feel like this PvP season is a lot more hectic than the previous two. I feel like it's a lot more competitive. Tempers are flaring a lot more, especially late in the season, like right now. The past few days, I've been trying to hack away at PvP for hours on end, and it feels like everyone is really high tension. You know, I see people throwing hate at other people. I see people trying really hard. It feels like this season has just been hectic. One thing I've noticed as well is that engineers have become so annoying this season. With the CC that they just throw you out of the point that you're trying to capture. God, to me, in my opinion, this is one of those annoying things I've encountered this season. The engineers with their CC, it's just unbearable. I hate it. And I play LE main, and the only sort of stability that we have is Armor of Earth, which most people don't run in PvP. And then you have your overloads, which you have to use after you've already been knocked out. So that's just what I've been seeing, and my progress in PvP season. I told you guys I wanted to take the diamond, right? And believe it or not, I got so close to diamond. I made it to Ruby tier 6, which is the last tier in Ruby. I was on a win streak. I needed 2 more wins. That's all I needed. 2 more wins, and I would have broken to diamond, and I would have been done, because that was my goal for the season. But I swear to you, I don't know what it is. My playstyle didn't change. The effort I was putting into the games didn't change. My strategies didn't change. As soon as I go into tier 6 Ruby, and I need 2 more wins to diamond, I swear to you, I get people that shouldn't even be in Ruby. I had diamonds that were sitting at 0 points in score. How on earth does a person get to diamond and score 0 points? Like, you could at least have revived someone to get 10 points. You could at least have decapped something to get 10 points. You could have at least contributed to a kill to get 5 points. But no, I have people sitting in diamond who are at 0 points the entire game. And this happened about 2 games in a row. And that happened as soon as I got into tier 6 Ruby. And from that point on, I went on like a 5 loss streak. And this happened about 3 days ago. Since then, I've been basically spamming PvP to get to tier 6 again. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm so annoyed and salty with this season already, and by the fact that I could have gotten it to diamond, but I didn't because I have people on my team who have 0 points. And I got so annoyed by that. I don't know if I've been putting in less effort, or I've just not been caring as much anymore. But I win one, I lose one. I win one, I lose one. And then when I win like 2 or 3 games in a row, then I lose like 2 in a row again, and I basically lose the pips again. And God, it's really frustrating and it's really irritating, and it takes up so much time because I mean the queue times on certain times in the day, queue times are really low, and you can get a match in like 30 seconds or maybe a minute. But then other times, you know, especially me, I play a lot of PvP at night because I'm recording videos for all of my channels during the day. Then at nighttime, the queues take like a good 5 minutes to start, sometimes 10 minutes to start, and then you're in a match for 15 minutes. And if you lose that, then well, you basically wasted 20 minutes because you lost, and then you gotta wait another 5 minutes to get into a match, and it's just really time consuming. And it just gets really irritating, especially if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of time, like me. So I don't know. I can't even say that. I feel I wanted to say that it's because I play so late in the season, and now everyone who's in Ruby pretty much belongs in Ruby because they've had the entire season to play. But I feel like it's sort of an unfair statement. So I don't know what it is. I feel like everyone's really competitive at this point in the season because I've had games where I've had multiple games now where it's 5 points apart from a win or 10 points apart from a win. And I feel like everyone's just playing really good. It's either everyone's playing really good and it's really close matches, or it's either you have someone on your team that doesn't know what they're doing and they're stuck at like 5-10 points while everyone else is sitting at like 110, 115. And then, well, it's not very hard to see why you lost. But that's sort of my experience I've had. I'm sure many people have had similar experiences. Maybe some have had worse. Maybe some have had better. Maybe I just suck, all right? I only know how to play two or three classes anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just suck. That's sort of been my experience. Feel free to share your experience in the comments section. I don't know if I'm gonna get to Diamond. To be honest with you, I don't even want to PvP anymore because it feels so irritating to just go into a match, and I usually take breaks, and then, you know, I'll take a day break, and then I'll come back and I'll be like, you know, I'll get on a really good winning streak, but then after a certain point I get into tier 5 or tier 6 again, and then it feels like you just get wrecked. So I'm back down to tier 4 or tier 5 now, and I don't know if I want to continue trying. If anything, I'll probably try tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Quite frankly, though, I've seen a lot of people say this. PvP is more like a reward track. Depending on how many games you play, eventually you'll get to the point you want to get to. I don't know if I fully believe that. I don't know if I fully agree with that it's more like a reward track. I can sort of see it, but then again, I can also see, well, if you don't know how to play your class properly and you're being a burden to your team, then you're going to lose the match. So there has to be some skill involved. Anyhow, if I can get to Diamond, I'll definitely do it. But quite frankly, there's no need for me to, because even if I get to Diamond, I'll still need to wait till the next season starts to complete my legendary backpack, because I still need to cross 2 divisions. And if I get to Diamond, I'm not going to cross 2 divisions. I'm going to cross 1 division. So there's no point for me even to go try hard mode unless I really want to get to Diamond just to get the badge for like, what, a day? So yeah, that's sort of the thing. Anyhow, that's PvP. Let me know your thoughts. Now, it feels like this weekend has just been really, the game's been hating me. I tried doing Keep Construct yesterday too, and we had a really solid group. And I still think those of you who are scared to raid, take a look at my Keep Construct guide and take a look at my Escort guide. I made a guide on both of them. They got very positively received, and people found them very helpful. So if you're still not into raiding, take a look at those 2 guides that I made, and you might get into it. The first Escort quest is very easy, and the Keep Construct can be very easy once you get the mechanics down. But yesterday we had a really solid group. We were waiting for like 3 or 4 hours. We had not 4 hours, but that's probably exaggerated. Maybe like 2 hours we were waiting. And we had a solid group. Like we were getting Keep Construct down to like 10%, 5% every run. I don't know what it is. It feels like every time there was a point where we got it down to like 3% health and we didn't have enough DPS and we still had time, and the green circles came and some guy runs out of the green circle before you're supposed to, and everyone basically dies. I don't know what it is. I feel like the game's hating me this weekend because I couldn't get to Diamond. I was almost there, but no. And then I couldn't kill Keep Construct because of some silly mistakes people are making. And I don't know. it just seems very irritating this weekend. But you know, I've been trying to do a lot of PvE content. I feel like there's a lot of PvE content out, and yeah, so that's sort of what I've been doing this weekend. Sorry for the rant, but share your experiences. You can rant down below too, and I'll definitely be reading your rants, so go ahead. Anyway, let's talk about Summer Patch. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, Summer Patch is coming July 12th, and it's possible. It's very possible. I also see a lot of people saying it's coming the following 2 weeks, which would be on the 26th of July, which seems more possible. Now, if you're asking me, hey, do you think it's going to come to 12th? I'm going to tell you no, I don't think so. And the reason why is this. Every time ArenaNet releases a major patch, whether it be a raid wing, whether it be a new PvP season, whether it be a new living world, whether it be an expansion, whether it be a major update, whether it be anything, they always create a teaser. And if they don't create a teaser, then they always let the community know, hey, we're expected to release this so-and-so. We haven't gotten an official release date. We haven't gotten any developer confirmation. We haven't gotten any blog post. We haven't gotten any video teaser. We've basically gotten nothing. All these things that you're hearing about, oh, it's coming on July 12th. Oh, it's coming on July 26th. Oh, it's coming on August whatever. These are all speculation. There's been no word from any developer confirming a release date. And historically speaking, ArenaNet has always released something back when they've at least released a teaser, a blog post, or they've confirmed it. They haven't done any of that. So it seems very unlikely that we're gonna get a quarterly patch Tuesday. It seems very unlikely that we're gonna get Living World Season 3 on Tuesday. And yes, it's sad, but at the same time, we shouldn't be surprised, because the only official word that we did receive, the only real official word from developers that we've received, is that Living World Season 3 is scheduled to come in fall. They said that they're going to try. In fact, this was one comment by one developer that everyone's getting so caught up about, is that one developer said, hey, we might be able to bring it in summer if time allows it. And that was a might, or I forget the exact wording, but they were saying, oh, we may be able to bring it. We might be able to bring it in summer if we can get it done quick enough. But officially, it's supposed to come in the fall. So Living World Season 3 seems very unlikely to come in July 12th. Even though we all want it to come, believe me, I want it to come just as much as the next person does. But I just don't see it happening, and that's really unfortunate. What I think we're going to get is just a patch like we've been getting for the past 2 weeks. We're going to get a new current event probably. We're going to get some quality of life fixes, and we may get, you know, maybe a new gem store outfit, and we may get maybe new reward tracks for World vs. World and PvP. That's what we might get. I don't think we're going to get the quarterly patch. I don't think we're going to get the Living World Season 3. In fact, I've basically decided to make this video so late in the afternoon, hoping that ArenaNet would release something. But they haven't. Usually I record in the mornings, but they didn't release anything. So that's my opinion on the summer patch. If anyone has heard anything different, please leave in the comment section below, because if you know that it's coming July 12th, in fact, Guild Wars 2 Timer says on their website that summer update's coming the 12th. I don't know why they have that up there. I don't know if they know something we don't, or this is just temporary. They're expecting it to come, and then once it doesn't come, they're gonna like change the date to the 26th. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait. Right now, it's up in the air. No one really knows. So we all just have to sit and wait till Tuesday, unless they release a teaser later tonight, or unless they release a teaser on Monday. Then we'll know for sure. But it'll be a surprise what we get on Tuesday. Heck, maybe they want it to be a surprise. And if that's the case, awesome. Expect videos on Living World Season 3. Now, I've also heard many people say, and I've read this in a few places, people are saying, oh, we're in a content drought again. Oh, we have no PvE content. And honestly, I felt like it was a lot worse a few months ago. In fact, a few months ago, I made a video saying that we are in a content drought. And if I feel like we're in a content drought, I have no problem saying it. A few months ago, we basically had no PvE content. We were basically sitting on Heart of Thorns content. And there was nothing, there was basically no additions. At least now they've changed the way Heart of Thorns work. They've released the PvE maps for the 2.0 version, where you can now do adventures a bit more, where it feels like you're getting rewarded a bit more, where map participation has been changed, where events are more accessible now. So I feel like PvE is a lot more accessible now, and it's a lot more fun. In fact, I've been playing a lot of PvE, and I really like how the revamped Heart of Thorns maps are. They're really fun to do, and you really get rewarded for doing everything. So there are a lot of new stuff in PvE. There's new collections. They add a lot more achievements. There is a lot of stuff still to do in the Heart of Thorns maps. And if you've been that type of person who's finished the Heart of Thorns story, way back then, and finished all the meta events way back then, I recommend you look back into it, because there's a lot of new stuff in there that you may not be aware of and that you could possibly go for. And I found them really interesting, so hopefully you'll find them interesting as well. So like I said, I don't think we're in a content drought. We're also getting current events, and it feels like we're in a content drought because now the current event we're in right now is every 2 hours, and who's on at a given time for 4 hours playing Guild Wars 2 straight and doing having a chance to do 2 leyline anomalies. Rarely am I on for 4 hours straight. Sometimes I am playing PvP, but so yeah. But that's why it sort of feels like it's dead right now. But we still have a lot of current events, and at least they're bringing that out. So I kind of don't like people saying we're in a content drought, because at least they are releasing current events every 2 weeks, and it's a lot better than it was a few months ago where they released nothing. So I feel like there's still a lot to do. And if you are the person who's completed everything and you're on top of the ball, then hopefully Tuesday's patch will get you something. So yeah, that's my little section on encouraging you to do PvE and the whole talk about content drought, what I've seen. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Legendary Journey. I started a series on the Chukka and Champwat Legendary Shortbow, right? And we basically came to a point where I told you guys, hey, I need to go and craft these ascended materials because I don't want to throw my money into the trading post. And yeah, so that was about, 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago when I said that. Well, I've come to the point where I have all the materials, right? And one person in the comments section, I don't know your name, I forget your name, apologies, but thank you for letting me know. In that same video, the last episode of the Chukka and Champwat series that we did, someone said, oh, be prepared for the part 2 because a lot of it's crafting. And my gosh, I looked the other day, I was sitting down, I was saying, okay, we got all the materials, I can now record the next episode for the Chukka and Champwat series, right? And I look to see what part 2 is about. And if you're someone who's thinking about doing legendary weapons for the Legendary Journey, and you don't have a lot of gold, or you use your gold in a lot of stuff, if you're someone like that, be prepared. You are going to need an ungodly amount of leather and elder wood. And those of you who've been collecting every day, like I have, you need over 6,000 elderwood logs and probably over 6,000 leather for the Chukka and Champwat collection. And this is for part 2 only. To complete the entire part 2, you need to do a load of crafting that requires an immense amount of elderwood logs and leather sections. Right now, I have sitting in my bank at least 750 or maybe close to 1,000 elderwood logs. And that's based off of just gathering. I didn't buy any of them. I've been gathering I've been trying to gather every day in Malkor's Leap and in Straits of Devastation, those 2 tree farms. I've been going every character, gathering elderwood, trying to save up. Even so, though, I still have like 5,000 to go. And who knows, maybe I need more than that even, because I'm just estimating. I looked down the list of things you need, and I saw, oh, you need to craft 175 short bows. Oh, you need to craft 200 staves, and all those other crap. So multiply that times how many elderwoods you need. It's a huge amount, okay? So if you're thinking of doing the Legendary Journeys, or if you're someone who's doing it right now, and you're in the early stages, start collecting wood, because you'll need it. Start collecting leather and don't sell it. Even if your bank is at 250 max, save everything. Throw it into your bank. Throw it onto another character, because you're going to need stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of this stuff. It's kind of ridiculous how many materials you need. But then the argument is, hey, it costs you less than it would if you just bought it off the trading post, and it's not RNG. So I guess that's the point. And for me, it's kind of annoying going every day to Mount Alcor's Leap to get wood, and every day to Straits of Devastation, going on all my 7 characters and doing it. It's kind of annoying to me. I hate doing, routinely things like that, because it makes it seem like a chore. It doesn't seem like it's fun. I'd rather just collect my wood through PvP, or through doing events, or through doing maps, or through doing anything, and then just salvaging my stuff and saving the material. But quite frankly, you're gonna be for ages there. So try to do the wood farm if you're doing legendary weapons. Also, another thing I want to talk about is it seems like everyone is richer in this game. It really feels like everyone has a lot more gold nowadays than they had last year or so. And I haven't just noticed this based off of the gold to gem conversion. I've noticed this because I'm comfortably sitting at like 300 gold right now. And I'm someone who tends to waste their gold very quickly, because I buy like stupid crap always. I'm that person who likes to use my gold, which is why you rarely see me sitting at like 500 gold, because every time I get to a high amount, I usually want to buy something, or I tend to like gear up my other characters or whatnot. But right now I'm sitting. I'm able to buy stuff off the trading post and still comfortably stay at like 300 gold, and it's weird because the other day I was doing raids and I was telling people, hey, I'm sitting at 280 gold, and people are like, oh, I have like 1,000 gold. I have like 150 gold. I have like 83 gold. I have like 300 gold. And I remember one time I was asking people how much gold they had, and it was substantially less than that. So I feel like not only based off a gem to gold conversion, but just based off of how I'm doing right now and the people that I've asked how much gold they've had, it seems like everyone is a lot richer nowadays. And that's based off of dailies giving you 2 gold every day. That's based off of if you're doing PvP a lot and ranking up, you get gold off of that. And heavily based off of Auric Basin multi-loot map. If you're unaware about this, Auric Basin is right now the best place to farm for gold. Even better than Silver Wastes. You can come right when Octavine starts and get a ton of gold by going to different maps, collecting chests, and just collecting all the big chests. Just go for the big chests, guys. Don't go for the small chests. Just finish a map in Auric Basin, go in LFG, look for a multi-map looting squad, and they have it really nicely organized there. And then you basically loot your entire map, and then you switch to the next map, and you loot that entire map. Get all the big chests, and I'm telling you, you get like 40 ectoplasm. That's easy 20 gold there already. Not even taking into account the amalgamated, I don't know how to pronounce it right now, the amalgamated, or how are you pronounce that, gemstone you get that sells for 3 gold or so, and then you get exotics that sell for a few gold, and on top of everything else that you get, you can make 30, 40 gold easily by doing Auric Basin. I think a lot of people are getting rich off of that. Funny story, actually, I may as well talk about it since this is a very casual video. I was in one of these Auric Basin maps, right? And I'm telling you, there are some of these maps some of these squads are so strict in like taking control of this multi-loot thing. I'm sitting here thinking, hey, this is a game, and you have people saying, oh, you have to go to lobby. If you don't immediately go to lobby, like if you make one small mistake, people will rage at you and kick you from the group. It's like we're sitting here in like a civil war where we have like some ruler, I don't know. It's just kind of funny how serious people are taking this. I don't know. It's just really funny. You get into certain situations where you see commanders like saying, oh, respond or I'm kicking you. Oh, go to lobby, or you're in the wrong map, I'm going to be kicking you now. Like, you can't even make a mistake. I feel like people are taking this way too serious. But, just make sure you go to lobby every time you switch to another map, because apparently that's the rule everyone wants to follow. Before you switch a map, move yourself to lobby, then move yourself to the correct map. Or just camp sitting in lobby all the time. That's what I see a lot of people doing too. So, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of everything I want to talk about today. I do want to say this. The next few videos that are coming up, I've gotten requests for a lot of stuff. I've gotten a request to do a Madri guide video, and quite frankly, I don't have a problem doing it. I'd love to do a guide for you guys. It just seems unnecessary because, I mean, it's not that difficult, and there are other people who have made guides, but you know, if you guys want me to make a guide, I'll definitely do it. I've had several requests, and I'll probably will do the guide. I have enough charged quartz crystals anyway to do it probably. So I'll take a look into starting that guide because I know some of you did want to do it, did want me to do it. So I'll take a look into it. I also still know some of you want me to do an account tour, but quite frankly, personally, even though I feel like I have a lot on my account to show, at the same time, I look at other people's account tours and I'm like, wow, they have so much more than I do. So account tours probably not going to be until maybe the end of the year, because at least then I'll have some more things to show you. The recent video that I made about the fun consumables, the 8 fun consumables to use in, well, useful consumables to use in PvE, I want to do another video on some fun miscellaneous items that you can use. There are a lot of cool little fun things that you can use in Guild Wars 2 that not people know about. Like, there's this kite that you can use, and it basically gives you swiftness. It's really cool. It's like a nice little toy to use. That one's really fun. There's also a lot of cool little tonics that I think not many people know about. The Mystic Forge conduit that I have is really useful, and I think everyone should have. There's a lot of neat little fun items and fun little gizmos in the game that are really useful, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about them. One person's asked me to do a video on some items that are really cool that you have to farm for. I'm trying to get that into that same video as well. The beginner's guide video was very well received. A lot of people like that, and a lot of people want me to do a level 80 guide as well. So that's in the works as well. There's another gold trick that I have in my notes here that I want to go over as well. It's very similar to the 1.0 number 20 gold trick. It touches on similar tangents, but I do have a gold trick coming up. I don't know when I'm gonna film it yet. And surprise, surprise. Well, not really a surprise because I mentioned in the comments section to some people before. We're reaching near 3,000 subscribers. Now, I am aware that at 2,500 subscribers, we did a giveaway for the NA server. We did Belcher's Bluff tournament. And I felt really bad for people who were on the EU server that couldn't participate. So I've decided at 3,000 subscribers, we are doing another giveaway. I don't know what I'm gonna give away right now at this very moment. I have some Black Lion skins, so maybe I can give away that. I might consider giving that away, or maybe we'll do some gold giveaway. I don't know yet. But at 3,000 subscribers, we are gonna do an EU server, what's it called? Giveaway. I'm getting my words mixed up. So, those of you who are on the EU server can now participate because I know some of you couldn't participate before. Hopefully people show up, because for the NA giveaway that we had, I had a ton of people show up. I mean not show up. I had a ton of people sign up, but like I think 10% of you showed up. So, hopefully this effort to get the EU server some giveaways is not going to like be for nothing. So I'm going to try to do an EU giveaway. I might revolve it. If you guys want to do Belcher's Bluff tournament for the EU giveaway, let me know. Because if you wanted to participate in it, I'll do it for the EU server. If not, I'm probably going to do like a PvP giveaway. If you have another idea or a suggestion, leave it in the comment section below. I'm up for anything. As you know, I reply to all the comments. So, yeah. So that's the plan as well. And the last thing I want to go over, the last thing I want to say is that, and I don't want to go too into detail on this video because I'm gonna touch on it in a later video when it actually happens. I am planning a trip to go somewhere, which means that I'm probably not going to be able to upload a video for a good few days, maybe like 5 days or so. I'm not sure right now exactly. I just want to give you guys a heads up. This trip is coming up relatively soon, so just a heads up. I will discuss it a little more in depth in another video later on in the week. So, it's a trip to someone, and I will be doing vlogs about it. I'll go into it a lot more in another video, but I just want to give you guys a heads up for future reference. So, that's kind of everything I wanted to go over. That's kind of everything I want to talk about. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know it's sort of like a random video. I'm just ranting and talking about random things and everything, but we did talk a little bit about the summer patch. We did talk a little about PvP. We talked a little about PvE, and hopefully you found it informative. Hopefully you found it somewhat fun to listen to. And like I said, feel free to talk about anything in the comment section below. I'll be down there talking to you guys as usual. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching as always. And if you like this video or like my other videos, you can always donate $8 to my Patreon page. All you gotta do is click the card in the top right hand corner of the screen. I'll bring you to the page. I also have a vlogging channel, tutorials channel, music channel, and an advice channel. You want to check those out. Links in the description as well as on the end card. That's pretty much it. This is GS Man with Smart. Now we back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.